Next up, a man who, he's a kind of role model for me because, like the president, this man has been involved in politics for decades and he never lets the bad guys grind him down. He is the happy warrior par excellence, Governor Mike Huckabee. Welcome to Rob Schmitt Tonight.
Hey, thank you. What a kind introduction. Usually I get called ugly things. So, my friend, I'm grateful, and it's wonderful to be with you tonight.
All right. I would never do that because you, of course, we are like a double act every Sunday night. It's the Gorka Reality Check on Newsmax, and it's followed by the Huckabee Show. And you were kind enough to have me on your show the Christmas before last. And man, that is some setup you've got up there. The band, the live audience, it was incredibly impressive. All right, let's get a little bit more serious. I don't think I can make you sad because you are the quintessential happy warrior, but I have to get your reaction to what we've witnessed in just the last few days in America. So we have a man who, in British terms, is literally the leader of the opposition. He is winning every primary one after another, even in states where it should be difficult, like New Hampshire. And then this Judge Engoron, in a trial with no jury, where no crime has been committed because there are no victims, not only does he tell President Trump, you must pay over $300 million to victims who don't exist, but he and his sons are banned from doing business in New York. I asked Dennis Prager at the top of the show, do we have a political police force and a police state in America? I'm going to ask you the same question, Governor.
We absolutely do, and it's run by the Joe Biden Democrat machine. It is weaponized what used to be an objective justice system where due process was afforded everyone and people had constitutional rights and there was a presumption of innocence. And if they appeared in a court that, they made mistakes, but generally they were mistakes that were unintentional. Today, I think most of us in America, especially the ones who have supported Donald Trump, as I have, we look at this and we say, our country, it's toast. If Donald Trump is unable to get back in office and get the vacuum cleaner out and suck this stuff right out of the sewer that is destroying us, we won't have a country to give to our children and grandchildren. Yeah. And what really makes this outrageous, think about this, Dr. Gorka. If you're willing to beat up a cop on the streets of New York, you get $1 bail, maybe no bail at all. But if you conduct normal business and you make lots of money for lots of people, employees, customers, and including the state of New York, then you have one single hateful, Trump-diseased person who can cost Donald Trump hundreds of millions of dollars and basically say to business people in that state, last one out, turn off the lights because we're not open for business.
You're a very busy man. I don't know if you watch a lot of television. There's a pretty fun show out there called Shark Tank, and the real star of the show is a Canadian. People don't realize he's a Canadian. He's called Kevin O'Leary. He was going to run for the prime ministership of our northerly neighbor, but he has been quite electric in the last few days since that decision in New York. And he had something to say on CNN, and it was a sight to behold. I'd like to get your reaction to Kevin O'Leary with his flamethrower on CNN.
Wouldn't there be many companies who would not want to do business or loan money to people like yourself or investors if they know that they can get away with fraud and there's no recourse to protect them?
Excuse me, what fraud? The bank that was supposedly defrauded testified and said, we didn't lose anything. We want to do business with this guy again. We'd like to. But the judge said, no, 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 no. Let's penalize this developer for $355 million. And if we're going to do that, let's penalize all the developers.
On another interview, Kevin said, New York is a loser state. California is a loser state. You govern one of the most successful. Are we heading for a bifurcation of America where those who want to live free and run their businesses and are conservatives are going to just go to states like Arizona, states like Texas, states like Florida, states like your own Arkansas?
I think we are. Why would anyone who is in business to be in business want to domicile their business in a place where they're hated because they're in business and they might even make a profit. I'd get the heck out of there as quick as I could. I'd lose money in the process just to get there. By the way, when that CNN anchor got the answer from Mr. Wonderful, did you hear in the background there was an intercom that said, "Clean up under the desk of the CNN anchor"? I think we're going to need a mop and several buckets of water, because she absolutely soiled herself when she heard him give that answer. It was classic.
So there is a cliche we hear every 2 years, Governor, that this is the most important election in your lifetime. I think without any hyperbole, this November is the first time where there is not a scintilla of doubt with regards to that statement.
We're going to be either a free nation with freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of association, with sanity as it relates to such things as are there men and women, or we're going to go down the toilet and it's going to be circling the drain. It really is. And you're right. We say it every 2 years. But this time, there's more at stake than just going to the left or going to the right. This time, we're either going up or we're going right down the tubes.